Lineup starting with our visitors. Number 1, Nathan Ashmore. 2, Jack King. 3, Sam Magri. 8, Ebu Adams. And for Aldershot Town, it's number 13, Will Mannion. 3, Lewis Kinsella. 4, Adam McDonald. 8, Luke Howe. 12, Dominic Bernard. 16, Jake Gallagher. 19, goal scorer for Ebbsfleet in the 67th minute, number 9, Danny Cadro.
Gary, unbeaten in the league since you've arrived. What's your secret?
No secret, me. You know, at the end of the day, very good performance from the team today. Always going to be a tough place coming here. Always a hard team to beat, and their own record's been very good. But I thought we stamped our authority on the game early on, and we were in control of it, and probably didn't really ask enough questions for all the possession, apart from hitting the crossbar in the first half from a good effort from Jack Payne. But you know, it was basically a case of being patient and more of the same second half, and we got the ideal start in the second half, an early goal from the throw-in, flicked on, Michael Cheeks got behind him and put the ball in the back of the net. And no, from then on, really, I think that it was more of a case of us being disciplined and, you know, keeping our shape well, and hopefully the chance would come along and we get the penalty when Corey Whiteley gets brought down. And I thought from then on that, you know, we were in a position where, you know, as long as we were disciplined, we're going to win the game.
You hit the crossbar a few times, wasn't it?
3 times, yeah, today. But you know, as I say, we've had our day today, and it's always an hard place to come, because, you know, in Gary Waddett they've got a top manager. There's no doubt about that. Utmost respect for him and whatever team he puts out, and you know, he's working. I presume by looking at the team out there today with a lot of young players for the future, and I'm sure that there'll be teams, and they've shown that recently by going to Leighton Orient midweek and getting a very credible 0-0 draw, and going up to Bradford in the FA Cup before, you know, disappointingly going out on penalties. So, you know, we know it's a good win here today, and we're pleased.
And how have the boys been since your arrival? Because they've showed on the pitch how good they are.
Yeah, there's been lots of changes, as you can appreciate straight away. That, you know, the call come out of the blue, and very pleased to get the opportunity with my assistant Ian Hendon. And you know, it's a case of restructuring things completely different at the club now. And seven personnel have gone out, only one's come in. Things have been, you know, in a position now going forward, which has been instructed to me that the squad's too big, there's too many staff, and we've, you know, set about our challenge and sorting that out going forward. But professional approach from the players in training and on match days been very consistent, which it has to be, because I think we all know that the National League's very unforgiving. You know, it's that sort of league, this league, where you've got to, you know, be consistent, and we're doing that at the moment. But as I say, you know, everyone goes through their spells over the course of the season. All clubs at the top half or bottom half, you have good spells, you have bad spells, but we want to turn around hopefully and be consistent and competitive, see where we go.
And you was out of management for a while, as managers go. Was you just waiting for the right job? Was you offered more jobs?
Yeah, I've had opportunities, being fair, but you know, I'm, you know, grateful for that opportunity. I've had 2 or 3 different clubs in the Conference League and one below. But as I say, you know, football's where it is, and I'm pleased to be back in. And of course, to have a club like Ebbsfleet, where they've got a lot of quality players, and location-wise, is lovely. You know, 35-40 minutes from home. You know, I've done my years away from home in respect of the miles around the M25 or down on the south coast. But I think, you know, to be near home. Probably the only person who's disappointed is my wife. I'm too near home, I suppose, but that's where it is.
Okay, well, thanks for your time, Gary.
Tops.
Well, thank you. Well, Gary, it's a 2-0 defeat today. Obviously not the result everybody wanted. How would you assess the performance?
I don't know where to start, really. It was too much that we probably need to go over. But a 2-0 defeat at home isn't what we were looking for, that's for sure.
Probably could have been a bit more as well. They hit the crossbar a few times, didn't they?
Yeah, well, I think it was about 3 on 3 occasions. Could have been more. Could have been a lot worse. But what I don't understand is you go to Orient and you battle and you perform and scrap, and a few days later you put in a performance like that, which is totally unacceptable. That we ain't scored for a number of games. We're conceding goals for fun. And that just tells you where we are at this moment in time.
Did you feel for Reece a bit today? He didn't really have much service, did he?
Yeah, I felt for him. He didn't have any service at all. He worked hard as well, you know, very, very difficult for him. Look, we're up against a very experienced side. You know, they know the level, and we've got a very young side. And on occasions it looked, we looked a million miles off it, if I'm being honest.
Is it frustrating, like you said, that we go to Orient Tuesday night and have such a great performance, and then, like you say, a matter of days been really up and down lately, hasn't it?
I can't tell you how frustrated I am.
Yeah, and then we go to the injured players today, only 3 subs. You've got quite a depleted squad as well. Has that made it a bit more difficult in this spell of games we've had?
Yeah, I can't tell you how frustrated I am.
And no Jacob today as well. He played Tuesday night. What was the prognosis with him? Was he out?
Yeah, he's injured. It's very difficult, you know, standing here in front of you and you asking me questions, because it is what it is at the moment. It's very, very tough. 1 minute you get a performance like we did at Orient, and today you don't get one. So, you know, there's a lot of things that are not right, and it's plain and evident to see, really. And that's why I keep giving you the answer back of being very, very frustrated, because I am. I think you can see that in my body language and my answers. So, yeah, it's very, very tough times at the moment.
And we also had Adam May. His loan's up on the 5th, isn't it? So could that be his last game for the Shots, or are you looking to work to get it extended?
No, it could be his last game. It could possibly be his last game. Obviously, that will be Portsmouth's call on what they want to do. But that's where we are at this moment in time.
Do you want to keep him here, especially with the squad so depleted?
Yeah, he's a good player. We know he's a good player. But as I say, that will be Kenny Jackett's call and Portsmouth's call on what they want to do with him. But look, we're desperately short. We're desperately short in every area, really, in terms of, you know, injuries we've got, personnel that we've got. So, you know, we're not giving ourselves a chance. You know, we're not giving ourselves the best possible chance in games. And, you know, if you're not positive, if you're lacking some confidence, which I thought we were today, and I don't understand why after the back of a good performance at Orient, you're going to get a performance like that, which is desperately disappointing.
Does it encourage you, though, knowing the boys can bounce back, because they have done on a few occasions this season?
Yeah, a few occasions, but that's few and far between, if I'm being honest. You need to be consistent. We're not consistent. Well, we are consistent. We're up and down with our performances. That's the only consistency we've got at the moment, because I don't see what we are at present. I don't, you know, what type of side we are. I don't see it. I don't see us being a possession-based team, a passing team. I don't see us being a team that press. I don't know what our identity is at the moment, and I've said that to the players afterwards. You know, I just don't see what we are at present.
And then we look ahead Saturday again. This is another tough away game, but we've gone over a few times this season. A good chance for the boys to get back, and a big game for them to look forward to.
Yeah, I'm sure you're bored of saying that. I'm bored of listening to it. You know, in all fairness, you know, it's my responsibility to put that right. But once the players cross that white line, they have to take some responsibility also, and I don't see that at the moment.
It's quite, you know, only 14 available players today. Is there any possibility that we can bring any more faces in, or is that just out of our hands at the moment?
Yeah, it's out of my hands. Can't do anything at all in that area. So we're working with the players that we've got, and at this moment in time, it's up and down.
Look, Paul Ross must have had the busiest 2 years of his career, hasn't he?
Yeah, but look, you need to see, like, players get injured. It's as simple as that. But it's part and parcel of the game.
Okay, well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.